Okay, welcome back to Mad Science the Card Game Tutorials. Now we're going to talk about Phase 1, the build phase. During setup, we dealt out body cards to each player. The bodies have three types of connectors. Let's talk about connectors. There are three types of connectors in Mad Science. There are screws, there are hoses, and there are plugs. The type of connector on your body will define what types of parts you can attach to your creature. There are also universal parts, and they say universal. That means they can be attached to any body type, whether they have screws, plugs, or hoses. So these are universal legs that can be attached to a body. This is a universal arm that can be attached to any body. And this is a universal head. So those parts exist. There are also adapters. Adapters allow you to attach a body part of any type, hose, screw, or plugs, to a body of any type. A part of any type to a body of any type. So you can, if you have a screws body and an adapter, you could attach a hose arm or a plug arm to that body. When building your Mad Science creature, there are four parts you need to attach to your body. A head goes on top, legs go on the bottom, an arm goes to the right, and a weapon, an arm holding a weapon, but your weapon part goes to the left. Those four parts all have to have the same kind of connectors as your body, unless you're using an adapter or you have a universal part, as we discussed. As far as play, there are 3 steps to your turn. So if we just started the game and I'm player 1, this is how my turn goes. First, I check my hand, which is 5 cards. I check my hand for a part that I can play. If there is a part that will attach to my body that I can play, I should do that. In this case, I have legs that are screws that will attach to my body. I play my card. Next, I draw a card. I'm player 1, so there's no discard pile yet, so I draw from the deck. Subsequent players, there will be a discard pile, and they can either draw the top card from the pile of parts, or the top card from the discard pile, which we call the heap. So I draw a card after I've played, and then I have to discard. I can never have more than 5 cards in my hand, and as play goes on and I play parts, my hand will get smaller and smaller. So in this case, I'm going to discard this head with plugs because I can't use it, and that's the end of my turn. Now player 2 would do the same thing. First, player 2 would check for a card to play. If player 2 can play a card, so be it. If not, then player 2 will draw a card and then discard. And play continues in that fashion. Now I've completed my creature. I have a screws body, I have a head, a weapon, and legs that all use screws. I've also used an adapter and an arm that is hoses. Because I have an adapter, that's okay. Another quick note about adapters, you can only use 1 adapter per creature. However, if you use universal parts, head, an arm, weapon, or legs, that is universal. You can use as many of those as you want, but only 1 adapter per creature. When your creature is completed, on your next turn, you will go into Phase 2, which is the battle phase. And again, as I said before, other players will continue to build their creatures until they're completed, and then they will enter the phase. It may take them a couple of turns to catch up, but believe me, they will, and the game will go on. So that's Phase 1. That's the build a creature phase, and please check out the tutorial for Phase 2, and you can keep going with Mad Science the card game.